Hi there, it's Charles here, and today we are talking about growing tomato in the northern part of Uganda. Recently, I did a video on TikTok and also YouTube. So someone reached out to me with list of questions, and so I have the question, about 5 questions that I want to answer as far as growing tomato is concerned. Question number one is said is seeking for advice on the different types of tomato species and what would be my best recommendation. Like I always say, there's a lot of varieties current in the market. In fact, most of these horticultural crops, but with tomato, there's probably also more than 30 varieties apparently. So there are varieties like Anso F1, which actually I'm actually standing on one of our tomato garden. Today marks day 36, and just like you can see, we have already done the staking, we've been spraying, we've done the weeding 2 times. So there's Anso F1, we have Padma F1, we have Star, among others. So personally, I would recommend Anso F1 because of 2 or 3 reasons. One, Anso F1 is resistant to bacterial wilt, which is a common problem most tomato farmers face. Secondly, it has longer shelf life. Also, another amazing fact about Anso F1, just one plant like this, if you manage it well, you can get over 100 fruits, at least not less than 80 fruits, I would say. So go for answer F1. How much is it? Usually nowadays they sell, they use seed count. 2,500 seeds you can get maybe around 180, 200 to 250 depending on where you're buying from. Question number two, what fertilizer are best used when preparing the garden for planting and how often should they be put into the soil? I'm going to answer this in 2 ways. Number one, when your tomato is now ready in the nursery bed for transplanting, the base of fertilizer you can use. One, if you want to use the inorganic one, I would recommend DAP. It's diammonium phosphate. It helps your tomato when growing, the root especially. But now, if you have well decomposed organic manure, you can use that. No need to use the other inorganic fertilizer. So, secondly, uh, when it comes to spraying tomatoes, we have stages, and this actually applies to most of the horticultural crops like tomato, cabbage, watermelon, among others. We have the vegetative stage. That's the stage in the nursery bed when you've just planted. Then we have the flowering stage, and then we also have the fruiting stage. So if they're still at the vegetative stage, you can use fertilizer like Easy Grow Starter, Easy Grow Vegetative, Gatit Compound. So those are one I personally use, so I would recommend. We also have Mazao. So those are some of the common brands. And please note, this video is not sponsored in any way. I'm just mentioning this brand, this company, because I've personally used their products. So depending on the stage, you can use the sprayed by the fertilizer that is used for vegetative stage or the fruiting stage and the flowering stage. Question number three, he also requests that I share the various chemical required, the different types and at what stage they are to be applied. Now, when you're growing tomato, there are 3 things you have to know. One, you have to protect it against insects that would disturb it. Secondly, we have the some of the fungal infections and then the bacterial attack. You also have to protect it. Then now we have the fertilizer that you spray for boosting. So with insecticide, you can use insecticide like Dudu, Acetaminophen, Dudu Cypher, We have Ascopa, we have Benzomac, we have Predex, among others. With fungicide, we have Mangozeb. We have many that are quite many. There's Control, there's Mistress, among others. So, question number 4: how often should the tomatoes be watered and sprayed? If you're doing it during rainy season, there's no need to water it because there's already rain. Uh, how often do you spray? If there's too much rain, you can spray 2 times in a week. If the rain is normal, the weather is normal, you spray it once a week. Then lastly, the last question: is mulching necessary? And if so, at what stage do you start mulching? Mulching is very necessary and it's very important. One thing you have to know if you want to grow tomato, make sure the leaves for your tomato, especially if you're growing types like Answer F1, the leaves should not be touching the ground because that would invite infection. That's why you can see we have staked ours. If you don't know about staking, I just did a video about this with one of my friends who is also an agronomist. So this is what a staking looks like. You put some stick, then you tie with some rope to basically support so that they don't be falling on the ground. So that's it basically. My name is Charles Layoo. If you want to learn more about growing tomato, farming in the northern part of Uganda, you want to do consultation, you need help, feel free to reach out and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on different social media platforms because I have farming tips that I share on a daily basis. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.